This conference will now be recorded.
Before we begin, we must provide a disclaimer that the following information provided is not investment advice. Our methods, teachings, and content are for educational purposes only. All materials and lessons are protected assets of Market Making Strategies, LLC. Any plagiarism or sharing of our content is strictly prohibited, and any violators are subject to applicable laws. With that being said, good morning. Happy Monday to you all. Hope you had a lovely weekend, able to get a bit of rest, reset. This week is always a great week, so it'll be rather slow with Thanksgiving on Thursday, so we can expect there's a good chance that certain moves will die out quickly. You might not see as much heavy participation of market makers, knowing a lot of them would probably be taking a week off, and the volume will most likely relatively be a lot lighter as well. So let's keep that in mind. But even with that being said, we do have quite a few possibilities and setups. The first one we're going to look at is VSTE. Now, I've been watching VSTE, and yes, there's been some really nice off-level build prints like 72. There's been a lot of prints in the 59s and 43s, but it's been very much so off-level, very much so quick build. That move would have to be quick to now. Now, looking at the volume, although it's overall waning, what I do like is that it's having volume phases. So if we look here, there was a big volume phase, and that was to do with the building, and then it went into this nice pullback on very low volume. But then it's come back up here, and we can see this volume phase has also got a lot of buying. Now, 220 is a key level. This is where the volume first came in. This is where the acquiring really starting was around this 220. So write 220 down as your main level, especially for a pullback. So if this was to pull back and open to 220 and then volume and prints came back in, that would be your perfect entry. It would be over 220. And as we can see, this is trading in 20-cent increments. If this gets the right volume, now in the open, we'll be looking at least 500,000 plus. Then we're going to be looking, given its very short-term prints and given it did not print at 3, which is, again, within the right strategy of short-term, because 3 would then say there's a controlling market maker there. But this is definitely short-term off levels. So I'd be looking at the right volume, the right prints to come in. If not off 220, then off 240. But we got to have a first defensive approach to this double top around close to 3. See what information is there. So VSTE would be your first one.